Okay. Just like what I'm saying, the Lord can use random people to bless us, and if it's God's plan, nothing can actually stop it. So the Lord knows if you are faithful with your work. Just because it is being unseen by the boss, it doesn't mean that the Lord will not notice it. So this is something that I'm glad to share that through it all, it was all the goodness of the Lord.
Congratulations on that successful story of
Thank you.
yours. You were gifted with your own place, with your own condo. By God, wow,
Yes.
amazing. Okay, so um, we continue with the question: what does a typical day look like for you as a professional, and how did it feel, and what surprised you about it?
Typical day. Normally I start with a to calm my mind and to it's like priming the pump. I start with a devotion. I start with a reflection. So before going to work, and then I eat the frog in the morning. So as doing the most difficult task first thing in the morning before I do anything else to maximize time. And then for toxic days, I normally apply the Pomodoro technique, although sometimes it feels like it adds more stress to it, but it works for me.
That's nice. So, what did your typical day make possible for you and your profession? For instance, do you have a routine that helped you?
Oh, the routine usually would revolve. Okay, since I've been handling a lot of brokers and sales group, we have a lot of GCs, group chats, usually in the messenger. So it's actually tedious dealing with all kinds of people, and at the same time, it is time consuming. But then again, people are more important than paperwork, especially in sales operations. So it's more on if there are concerns, so dealing with those concerns. So basically, it's more on this type of using social media, using usually it's Messenger, Viber, using these tools in order to communicate with the team, with the people. So mostly these are sellers, brokers, and then some of which are managers from various realties. So mostly those are the things that eat up my time. And then at the end of the day, it's more on doing the reports and then paperworks.
Wow. So, what words of wisdom have you learned from a family, friend, colleague, or mentor that you can impart to our viewers? And how did it change your life for the better?
In reality, work is not a bed of roses. It is actually a roller coaster ride of emotions. Just because you are experiencing challenges at work, it doesn't mean that you are no longer in God's in God's will. So, but of course, you have to view this with utmost discernment, as there are times that you have to let go in order to move on. So what I'm trying to say is that there's no such thing as a perfect organization. Sometimes you have to break barriers in order to create something that matters. When you are doing the right thing, you have to expect oppositions. There will always be oppositions. There are times that you have to stand your ground, even if you are standing alone. So my words are stay in the game, stay in the fight, because as what Kelly Clarkson said, what doesn't kill you will make you stronger. What doesn't kill you makes you a fighter. I'm sorry, I just wanted to sing it, but never mind. So that was the first message. And then just like David, we should be ready to slay giants in the workplace. What are these giants? The negative mindsets, mediocrity, doing half-assed jobs. So be grateful about your work and do not However, do not make it as an idol. Do not draw your identity and validation from it. Because previously, I was like that. This was a realization after years of working. And in our journey, there will always be storms. There will always be difficult people. You know that. But how do you hang on? So always view your work as a blessing. So this is the second message. Always view your work as a blessing. When you have a deep sense of purpose, you can look at work as a blessing. You can also be delighted on Mondays as much as you are thrilled by Fridays. Thirdly, whatever you do, be reminded that there is no menial job when you do it for the Master, when you do it for the Lord. And because of this, whether it is in season or out of season, you can gladly say every day, I love my job.
100% agree. That's right. Work is a blessing and we establish our identity in God. So finally, can you go back to your pain points and identify specific fixes and bottom line impacts?
Oh, pain points. When I was young, I was idealistic. I used to get my identity and significance from my job. It was all doing the back-breaking and nerve-wracking tasks. Rest was a luxury, and then no work-life balance. Being assigned in sales operations, it would necessitate to work on weekends. And this is the time when most clients have free time. Through digital selling and marketing, work does not stop at 5 p.m. It extends until midnight or beyond because our sellers also cater to clients overseas. So since we render backroom support services, it is crucial for them. I feel that if I fail to give this needed assistance on the time that it is being needed, the sellers will lose their opportunity to earn income for their families. And I feel like it was because it was my fault. I didn't do my job. Um, when I had my autoimmune condition and fibromyalgia, I was reminded that my body is a temple of the Holy Spirit. We know that, but from time to time, we tend to forget, and I must not abuse it on the altar of success. And setting a healthy work boundaries is actually vital. Chronic pains have given me a different definition of doing your best at the workplace. It is actually making every effort in doing everything possible while guarding family time and at the same time not sacrificing health. So these are the pain points and the learning points along the way.
Wow, I'm amazed by your words of wisdom and life story. We now go to the bonus questions. So this is a
Oh,
rapid fire of 5 questions that you can answer in 1 minute or so. Are you ready?
yes, I'm ready.
So what is your life Bible verse and why?
Okay, it's Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, but to give you a future.
Why?
So it is actually I know that as I've said, um, it's not because you're experiencing pain, you're experiencing difficulties or challenges, you are not in God's will. It is not God's will for you. There has been a lot of time wherein I feel like giving up, I feel like resigning, but when you pray, you just knew it that the Lord is telling you, no, you have to be there, you have to be stay, you have to be strong, you have the spiritual muscle must be strengthened. And yes, before the condo, the unit was given to me or given to us. So we have a few of us, we have a handful people who got it. There were a lot of trials, there were a lot of challenges, there were a lot of times wherein you want to give up. But good thing, the Lord has sustained me.
Wow. So who is the most insightful and impactful person that you've learned from in the past years?
of course, the founders of our company, it's Mr. Francisco Licuanan and Miss Miriam Katigba. The first time that I met the Sherman in a meeting, and these words, I always remember these words. The first thing that I heard from him in a meeting was, what else can we give to our customers? And from that time on, I have never forgotten that word coming from him. So looking back, as I do my job, I always think of that. What else can we give to the customers? And of course, one thing that you have to look for, like in a mentor or the people that are the people who are who have an impact in your lives, are do you have this? Do you share the same values? So shared values is important. So yes, in our workplace, competence is important, but it is not all competence. It is competence and character.
Wow. So what is the most impactful book that you've read?
Ah, it's 10 Clowns Don't Make a Circus and Outliers. So what about these books? Because in our work, I believe that there's no such thing as a self-made person. Along the way, there are people who have helped me to become who I am now. So in terms of the learnings and the lessons, there are a lot of people. So I cannot say that I became like this because I am self-made person. No, because there are a lot of people who have blessed me with their wisdom. There are a lot of people who have never given up on me. There are people who have trained me along the way. So who I am now and who I hope to become in the future, I believe it's part and parcel because of these people who have been there along the way, who have helped me push me up.
Wow. So you are blessed indeed. So what is one health supplement that you take and keep you well?
Okay, so this one. I'm excited to share this. Because of autoimmune, I learned that one of the important vitamins is the vitamin D. So it helps in inflammation and if you have muscle weakness, muscle pain. So I get to have a checkup on a regular basis to check on my vitamin D level. So right now I'm taking 5,000 units, IU units of this every day. And then it's probiotic is important for your gut. And the other one is vitamin D probiotic and then vitamin E as well for muscle repairs.
Correct. So what is one technology tool that you can't live without?
Okay, in my work, of course, it's the cell phone.
So that's it for the bonus round of questions. Thank you, Lorelai. And do you have any other words or do you want to promote something to our viewers?
Um, for me, I just wanted to tell them that not because you're my friend, I would get to endorse this, but I am amazed by the people that by the lineup of guests that you had previously. So I watched some of those, and there were a lot of learnings, various industries. So it is like every episode you're learning something. It's like actually a training. So my parting message is that to all the viewers of Everlasting Star Channel, just like and subscribe.
Thank you, Lorelai. I'm so glad that you are here in this channel. And I wish you all the best in your
Thank
career
you.
and calling and good health to you and don't get sick anymore. I hope you
Thank
get
you.
well soon from your autoimmune disease. I know that can it be healed or reversed? Is there something that
Mm, no, it cannot, but it can be managed.
can be managed? Okay, so I'll pray for that for you. So thank you so much, Lorelai. And for our viewers,
My
we hope
pleasure.
you learned something from this video, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Okay. Bye, everyone.